Taurus, how are we doing? I'm gonna read for Taurus. How are you guys doing? Happy Halloween. It's not really Halloween. I think today's November 1st. I didn't record on Halloween. I just didn't feel worried about it. Plus, the veil's really thin. I don't know if any other readers are experiencing, like, I don't know. I'm not going to say it's strange, but, like, things just get really intense around Halloween. Like, I was taking a nap yesterday in my car while my daughter got her hair done, and I thought, I'm going to rest my eyes for a few seconds. You know, a few minutes, and I set the, you know, because usually when I get my hair done, it's like 3 hours. So I went out to my car, and I had intentions to do other things, right? I brought my laptop, and I thought, well, I'm going to rest my eyes. And I set the alarm for like an hour. And you can fast forward through this part. I'm just shuffling your deck and sharing a little bit of the experience that I've experienced. Anyway, so I'm resting my eyes I set the alarm for an hour. And then right before the alarm goes off, I'm going to say 10 seconds before the alarm went off, I could hear, first of all, I was snoring. And you ever, like when I jumped up out of my sleep, I could still hear the snore. Like that I was snoring, like I could still hear the snore in the car. I heard myself snoring. But I jumped up because I could hear someone yell my name in my ear. It was like a yell, like, and then within 10 seconds, the alarm started going off. But I don't know. I've experienced some shifty things. I don't know, like, I know I have a lot of readings to kick out, and my team wants to get them done. So, like, I'll notice, like, little creepy, crawly sounds in my house. Like, if I put readings off for too long because people have messages that need to come out. So, within the last 24 hours, that's definitely been the case. It's time for me to get up out of here and kick some of these readings out. So we're gonna read for Taurus. Taurus. All right, Taurus. All right, so I did do a pre-shuffle for you, Taurus, and I did see some of these cards repeating in your pre-shuffle. All right, Taurus, you're telling me that you're waiting around on something, and waiting has become very hard for you. Yeah. I don't know exactly what we're waiting on, but you are. It's become very difficult. Whatever you're waiting on has become extremely hard. You're visibly upset. You know, I see that it's very hard for you to step out here on a leap of faith. It's very hard for you to take this next risk. It's like, I really want to, but maybe you're just not in the position to at this time. You're very genuine. I feel like you're very genuine, but it's just difficult. You know, there's like a hold pattern here on why you're not making any forward movement. I see you really trying to balance out your emotions. Also, you know, honey, you're giving me like a time bomb feeling as well. You're giving me some type of, like, I feel like almost, you know, to a degree, you could kind of feel like a ticking time bomb right now. You're doing your best to balance your emotions out, but you are kind of coming across like a ticking time bomb. Yeah, really, it's almost like, it gives me the vibe of like the worker ant, you know, that works really hard all summer to put food back for the winter almost. Yeah, you definitely saved or put something back so that you're able to do something. But it's kind of been like I got to put one foot in front of the other. And this is just like everyday little things that are extremely hard. I don't know if are you dealing with some type of physical therapy? It kind of feels like that. This is difficult for you to overcome something here. It is difficult. But you're trying, putting one foot in front of the other, literally and figuratively. I do feel like you're stepping out and putting yourself out there, even, with your heart on your sleeve. You're doing so. Very beautiful person. Okay, did you just lose your dad or something? Here we go. Did you just lose your dad? Oh, Taurus. Hold on, honey. She won't stop. Just give me a second. Okay. Usually when I read, my cats they'll cry at the door. So my office is separate from my house. And especially my littler cat, my younger one, she just cries and cries when I read. At any rate, I'm sorry. Honey, did you just lose somebody? You're either mourning the loss of your father, or you're a father mourning the loss of someone else, okay? This very, very well could be just making funeral arrangements and forced to kind of put one foot in front of the other. And if it's not mourning the death of something, although I do think it is for some of you, you're definitely mourning the ending of something, a marriage. Here's the thing. If this is a death, it's like this was like waiting on the inevitable to happen. It's like I've just been waiting around on this thing, and it's hard, and you could have deep regrets for, this is somebody having regrets for not doing more. Like, why didn't I just do this? Why didn't I just put myself out there? This is somebody that if you are giving, what is the speech you give at a funeral? What is that called? I'm going to kick myself for not knowing the name of that. When you go up and speak at somebody's funeral, this is having to say the good things about somebody with tears in your eyes, about how beautiful and how confident and how, the risk that people take. This could be even sharing things about risks that folks take in order to help others. This is something that you're going to have to do with tears in your eyes. Now, if this is not somebody mourning the death, although I do think it is, if it isn't, this is someone mourning the loss of a breakup or something like that. But it's kind of, the issue is I feel like we were preparing for the inevitable. Maybe this is just something you saw progressing that way. But and with time that this will heal. This could also be somebody just going through empty nest syndrome as well. Absolutely. This is hard, letting somebody go. Whatever this is, it's hard letting someone go, whether you're burying someone, whether this is a child that's leaving the nest, because I've got a lot of empty nest syndrome here. You see the bird, and then it's like a caterpillar, and I felt that earlier in your reading and I didn't say anything. It's like a caterpillar cocoon type of feeling. you know, with the Death card and the Emperor here. The reading overall is positive. You don't have anything in, well, wait a minute, sorry. That is in reverse. You know, if this is somebody mourning the death of someone, you might find it difficult to get up and speak on behalf of this person. You might have found it difficult to find a decent recent picture of this person due to the risk that they took and the promiscuousness of someone. Because at first glance I was looking at the reading and everything's in the upright except for the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is in reverse with the Fool and the Five of Cups. Just not. This is somebody that was out here taking risk, and you couldn't tell them anything. You know, couldn't tell them anything. This is somebody. It's hard to hold somebody back. It is. You know, you're limited as to how much you can interfere. It's like you can almost see the path that somebody's going down. You know, you could have predicted this. Kicking yourself for not doing more, but definitely have a mother and a father energy here that could be mourning the loss of a daughter, you know, a child, if not a daughter, a child. And this might have been an older child. Queen of Wands, it's an older child, you know. I'm going to clarify and see what we come up with, you know what I mean? But this is very difficult. Hard to hold back tears when you have to give a speech like this. If you can't, you can't. I know when I experienced death, thank God I had family around me that was like tech savvy, and they put together this beautiful presentation of hey, no, go play in the garage. Go play in the garage, hon. Because the minute I open the door, you're gonna play the in and out game, and I'm not pausing my video 100 times. Go play in the garage. Go play in the garage, honey. The door's open. Go play in there. Go explore. See, children are a factor with timeout. What's going on, baby? And I hate to talk about this, but I do feel like somebody here could have lost a child. I definitely have a divorced couple that is most likely trying to soothe one another. Even though they're no longer married, death is still death, you know? Something going on with your kids, and I saw that in your pre-shuffle about I saw a mother like dealing with heavy conflict with children. Trying to hold somebody back from doing something stupid. You know, taking these risks that could definitely change someone's life. Not for the better. I do have somebody taking risks. It's sad to see this shit happen. I have somebody here dressing promiscuous, very risky lifestyle, or very risky lifestyle. That definitely created most likely conflict, you know, with parents, because your parents want what's best for you. Oh, Lord. This is a difficult reading for me to give because I see what this is. I do. Yeah, I felt it. Yeah, this is terrible. Was somebody's kid into some type of sex industry? Yep. I knew it before this flipped. The new sexual partner. This is a hard thing for me to talk about. You know, I strongly feel like we have, and I don't mean to chuckle, you know, sometimes people chuckle trying to get through awkward experiences such as this one. Children are a factor with the timeout. It's like, hold up, wait a minute. What are you doing for wealth? What are you doing for monetary gain? Unrequited love with the 666. 666 refers to monetary wealth. But the fact that it's unrequited love, this is not something that your parents would agree with. And this is sad to see, especially a female behave this way. If not a female, could have been a son. But this is somebody that's definitely being very, oh, that's why. Okay, so before I did your reading, I forgot my keys to get into the office and I had to go back up steps and I was like, damn it. So I don't know why, but as I'm walking up the steps, I started thinking about that song that's viral right now. And everybody's doing the make me sweat, make me holler, make me lose my breath, make me something, right? And everybody's doing this water challenge. And I absolutely hate it. At first, when it first released, I was like, oh, isn't this cute, and, just to see everybody doing it. Now it's so perverse that I can't stand it. I don't want to hear the song anymore. I can't stand the videos. I'm sick of seeing it. Because it's the level of sexual immorality that it's rampant. And that's what it's now promoting. This is dealing with a child that you were just waiting on this to happen. I feel like this is a kid that's put burden on a relationship. Doing your best to hold this child back, to put them on the right path. And what do you do? What do you do when someone out here, they taking risks, making a fool of themselves, extremely promiscuous, and they're gaining monetary wealth from it? What do you do? When this is an older child, this is somebody that is of age. You can't restrict them anymore. They're an adult. And to look back on a child when they were much younger and have to grieve it now. I believe that the child, I'm definitely talking to two parents. Most likely you are no longer together. I do think you were married at one point in time. I don't believe you're married anymore. If not, I do see the mom, the dad. I see in-laws, where this is a time where, yes, there's a past here where things are no more, but this is a time when family blends to heal one another. They also showed me something else that makes sense now when asking if somebody's okay. Are you okay? And this is when typically you would say yes, but you can't it's hard to pull yourself together. I do believe that this was some type of, death. The outside looks grand, the inside is a mess. It's hard. It's like, yes, baby, you look beautiful. You look beautiful. You're a very beautiful girl. You're a very beautiful guy. But here's the thing. The outside looks grand, the inside is a mess with this new sexual partner. This is somebody that's doing something promiscuous for money. And you can't tell them nothing. Independently owned and operated is in the reverse. This is somebody that's dealing with older people as well. Much older. Their age is a factor here somewhere in this. It's like, I don't know. What do you do in this? What do you do? It's like trying your best to come across to a kid, loving and concerned without nagging, but knowing, like, because you're so much older than this child, you've seen this happen, and trying to explain to them, baby, this is not love. Somebody that will be attracted to you and you're this much younger than them. No, this is somebody preying on you, and there's somebody here that will not listen, because it's like, I don't give a damn if they love me or they don't love me. They grease my pockets. You know what I'm saying? I knew it before I saw it. I said, this is going to be hard for a new sexual partner. Queen of Wands is in reverse. It's a highly promiscuous. Independently owned and operated is in reverse. This is somebody that, this is the lifestyle they're leading. This is somebody that is going to be dependent on men because they are using sex as a way to make money. I feel like there is no love. This is what I do to make money. And it's sad. This is sad. To look at someone how much they've changed. Now, whether or not this person has died, this is just watching a child go down the wrong road. Eulogy, that's the word. This would be very difficult to give a eulogy on. Independently owned and operated is in reverse. You know, if you are having to bury a child, a lot of those expenses are now going to fall back on the parents, you know, funeral expenses. This is watching a child get money as well, and you're like, hold up, where did you get this kind of money? Where did you get this kind of money? This is walking into your child's house knowing that they can't afford. I remember these days, knowing damn well that your child can't afford a house like this. Where are you getting the money at for these cars in this house? This is something I would have, like, me and your father are old. We would have had to save a lifetime to get something like this. And this would be like somebody like, don't you love it? Isn't it nice? And it's like, yes, baby, it's gorgeous. Your new car, your new house is gorgeous, baby. It is. But I don't like what you're doing to get this money. No, ma'am. No, sir. Independently owned and operated. I mean, have you thought about the upkeep? How are you going to maintain this? You're going to have to stay doing this. You're not independent. This, you know, what you own owns you. Planning a move with the 333. Yeah. Children are a factor. Timeout. 333. Planning a move. You've got 3 of Wands here. It's clarifying the 3 of Wands with the 333. It's hard watching a child move this way. Mind, body, soul. You know, this is like empty nest syndrome, like I said. Yeah. What is this? Their ex. Unrequited love. 666. Their ex. Somebody definitely going back to a partner. They're definitely going back to their ex. And this is somebody that is going back because they cannot afford to live by themselves. This is a very risky thing for them to do. There's someone here very sassy, very bossy, promiscuous. If this is a son, this is hard watching a son. I mean, it just makes me grieve to watch my son. Now, maybe this son of yours shares children. Children are a factor. You know, hold on. My mind, body, soul is with this other woman. Granted, I don't love her. You know what I'm saying? But it's almost like a cheaper to keep her vibe. This could be a son watching a son and grieving for him because he's going back into a situation that you do not want him to. There is a time out. But ultimately, it's almost like you are going to have to help this child. If it's a son, you're going to have to help them move back in with their ex. And you don't like this girl at all. She's a hoe. Sorry. And you have to put up some money to help him. You know what I'm saying? If this is a female, this is a female that is very promiscuous. Going back to an ex, there's no love there, but there's something here happening for monetary reasons only. The outside looks good. Yes, baby, y'all's house look beautiful. Your cars, that's so pretty. Yes, honey, yes. This is somebody that, outside appearances, you know, it's like everything's fine. Everything's fine. When you ask this person if they're okay, pause for a second when you ask them. Because this is somebody that's going to smile. And then if you pause long enough, you're going to watch those tears just roll up in their little eyes. Yeah, look deeper, something's hidden. I've got parents involved. I definitely could have a man here very much in love with a woman. Sir, to flip this a little bit, this could be a gentleman here in love with a woman, trying his best to heal something, but you know that there's no love in this relationship. There isn't. Something is only for monetary wealth here. Somebody's really lent an olive branch out here, doing their best to hold on to someone through children. This is a woman that is knowing. This could also be a woman that knows like the end is coming. So this is a woman that is going out of her way to become more visually appealing. Someone here is taking more self-care. It's all for the money. Things have just changed. Do you know what I'm saying? This is just a mess. We've got kids involved. There's no love in this relationship at all. I feel like somebody here is entertaining an ex. I do. You could be whoever I'm talking to, if that, to switch gears and get out of this parent situation, which apparently there is a definite parent situation. There is definitely a desire to heal something that is dead and over with a person that we either were married to at one time. I do feel that heavily in this reading, or in a long-standing commitment with at one time. But this is somebody that cannot leave because they are not, they're very much codependent. This is someone that is definitely trying to hang on to someone for their wealth. I have someone here that very much wanted to move in with someone else because of the codependency. There's definitely a female here, and I'm sorry, that has daddy issues and is looking at men as an ends to a means when it comes to financial support. There is no love. This is strictly for monetary wealth. Their ex. This is somebody here. Look, the dog and the cat. This is no. This is a no. This is just, you two don't look right together. And you've got an emperor with a queen of cups. They're not a match. They were an ex for a reason. There is a gentleman here, most likely, that wants someone on their level. They don't want to coddle a grown ass adult. I don't know who I'm talking to here, but let me tell you about what you're doing. Eventually, this relationship dynamic will end. And the reason is there's someone here that doesn't want to be a dad. They don't want to be a mother to their partner. You are supposed to be a sexual partner. Yes, baby, you look good, but you're codependent as fuck. You're not a child. But now we've got children in the mix here. And knowing that the kids are going to have to go most likely with the mother is promiscuous. And it's like there's no other choice but to heal something. It's like, yes, there's no feelings here, but I'm sleeping with this person because that's what men do. I mean, that's biblical. There's a story in the Bible about a man that worked for another man for how long? 7 years or something. He was in love with one of his daughters. And then when he worked for like 7 years, and when it came time to get his daughter, the man switched the daughters out and gave him another one of his daughters that he didn't want, that he had trouble getting rid of, because this is one of them that didn't get married or was least likely to get married. And he said, wait a minute, you played a trick on me. This is not the daughter I worked for. So the man in turn made another deal with him and said, fine, work for me for another 7 years or another however many years, and I will give you the other daughter. However, in the meantime, while this man was working the additional amount of years to get the other daughter, he continued to make children with the woman he didn't love. Because this is what men do. Men are going to have a hard time holding back their lust, especially when you're dealing with a woman who is coming across as seductive, because that's all their value is. And the end is inevitable. That's all I'm going to say. You could go ahead and start planning this move right now. For some of you, I am talking about the loss of a child, and for that, I am sorry. I also feel like it's difficult to find a good picture of this person that is not promiscuous. Nova! If I open that door, you're going out and staying out. Keep in mind, everything in this reading is for you. So I don't know if that's something that was said to a kid. Like, just keep in mind, this time you're not coming back home. This has got to stop. I don't mean that. No, you can always come back home. And maybe you're one of them parents that said that's constantly enabled a kid and always allowed them to come back home. But you can come home, baby. You live here. Look, she's looking on how to open that damn door. She's trying to go for the knob. She's like, if I hit it just right. You still got to pull it. Honey. No. I mean, I know this reading's all over the place. I don't know if you've lost a kid somewhere. This is a couple that may have dealt with loss, infertility issues. Everything's changed now that we've added children to the mix. Yeah, they're just saying again what they're reiterating what I've already said. So we're about done with the message. This is heartbreaking message. What are you gonna do? The outside looks good. The inside is a mess. It's like, yes, baby, I'm happy for you. And there is someone here that is emotionally satisfied. They are happy. This is someone that's in love with someone who it's unrequited. This is a one-way love. I am happy, but there is a lot of wealth here. 9 of Pentacles. This is a dream come true for me. And this person is holding the growth of someone else back. They're holding on to them, and they know it. You know why someone's holding on to the other party. This is heartbreaking. 3 of Swords. You can bet your ass, new sexual partner, that there will be new sexual partners. Someone here will be entertaining other people while they're dealing with someone who is insisting on holding on to them. There's a message here about, it's like, okay, what do you want to do? Because I'm heartbroken. There's third parties here. There is somebody here that is desperately trying to reach out to another person. They could think that this person's trying to interfere in their life. Like, all right, well, what do you want to do? But 4 of Wands is here. It's like they're talking about kids. It's like making decisions on where someone's going to live. I do see that. I see somebody having a very uncomfortable conversation and giving someone the option of where do you want to go from here? When it comes to a relationship, to a home. I see somebody planning a move. And I see someone basically begging at the door, crying, sobbing, don't do this, don't leave, I'll get prettier, I'll do this, I'll do that. This is somebody that's going to beg and plead. And they know of other people. They know this person is sleeping with other people. They know. This is also allowing someone to behave this way because they don't want to lose their stuff. They're not independent. They are codependent, like a child. I don't know. I got to keep it short. We got to keep it moving. That's what I see for you, Taurus, and I'm sorry. If this is a eulogy, this is going to be a very difficult eulogy to give. You're going to try to stay positive and upbeat. You're going to try to remember the good things. You're going to try to hold the grief back. It's okay to say something and pause for a second and let someone else speak during this eulogy. There's certain stuff that you may want to tell other people when they're speaking on behalf of if this is a eulogy, it's like, listen, do not say these things, Do not say X, Y, and Z in front of the kids. Do not say, this in front of all the family. Let's just keep it light. Let's keep it positive. All I'm saying is it's a matter of time before endings are happening. And I do see it's heartbreaking. I'm sorry, but you knew this was inevitable. It's hard to watch. This is a bad car accident. It's hard to watch. They told me that before I started this reading. When someone shouted my name and I jolted up out of that sleep, the minute that I heard my name yelled, and I could still hear myself snoring, I jumped up. Here comes this SUV, a brand new Denali. I'm going to say it was a 2021 to 2023 model Denali. And you could tell that the woman, I guess, was going to miss her turn, so she must have slammed the brakes on to make the right. And immediately you could hear, so when I jump up, I look to the left, I see this Denali coming. The wheels lock up, so you hear the tires screech. The car in the back of them, their horn goes on, and here comes this woman in this Denali. And she's bebopping in through the parking lot in her brand new Denali. Her hair's all done. Gorgeous woman, by the way. Gorgeous woman. And she was going to the salon in the middle of the day. It was 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock. She was at the salon in her brand new Denali. She was my age. And immediately I thought, baby, what do you do for a living that you running around in a brand new Denali? Because that car is 60 grand easy. And you could tell this woman didn't want for much, but granted, I started, paying attention. People pretend well is all I'm saying. People pretend well. But, riding around and getting it. It's mine. I spend it. So that's what I see. Okay? I see something here getting ready to crash, and I see several people yelling at someone like, that you can't sustain this. There's lack of emotional fulfillment here. Spirit said, I've said the truth. Justice is here. I've said all I could say. Ace of Swords with the star. They happy with the message. I'm happy with the message. They telling me we got other works to do. So that's it. We got other stuff to do. Hope it helps you, Taurus. Take care.